From Lone Depot Park here in Miami, Florida, we welcome you to Marlins baseball. It is steam day. The kids are out. Everybody gets a good chuckle out of these robots. They're like the aliens. You better pledge your allegiance now, folks, because they're coming.
On the hill for the Marlins this afternoon, the 27-year-old right-hander from Woodbury, Minnesota, it's Max Meyer. He relied heavily on his slider, the slider-sweeper combination. One of the best in baseball, but he's looking for some of the other pitches, the complementary pitches, to come along. It seemed like he did a much better job of that last week in New York on a cold Saturday night.
Now the first pitch to Matt McLain is driven into the left center field gap. That's down for a hit. McLain's thinking two. To it quickly is Sanoha. Over in left center field, the center fielder fires it back in, holding McLain to just a one-out single. Here's Ellie De La Cruz.
And hangs and stunned beyond second, base hit. McLain eyeing right. He slows at second. Back-to-back base knocks. Meyer a little fat in the zone in this first inning.
Sal Stewart has been a dangerous bat so far this week and on the year as a whole. 15 hits in his first 12 games this year.
Swing and a miss. On cue, on command. First strikeout for Meyer. His 12th strikeout of the season. Let's go back to that last pitch, a slider.
Watch how the action on this pitch. A lot of sliders, and some will move away. Some will move directly down. That one just disappeared, and Stewart couldn't get to it.
Meyer ready at the belt. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. And he's going to face low with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
A 1 pitch. Low rolls over to second. X has got that. He will stand tall and toss to first in time to retire the side. So Max Meyer gets his 2-out ground out, and he strands the bases loaded.
Rhett Lauder, a 1.30 career ERA through his first 8 starts, the lowest by a Red since earned runs were made an official stat in both leagues in 1913.
He will face Jacob Marcy.
Sent to center, Dane Myers, the former Marlins deep retreat, extends and makes the play. Oh, a crazy crash into the padded wall.
I don't know how he caught that ball. That's the best ball that's been hit to center field in this series. And it's straight over the head of Myers. It just ran him flat into the wall full speed.
I have no idea, even seeing it live, how he held on to the baseball.
Dane, don't do that to a former teammate, but what a great catch.
That is very reminiscent of his catch that ended the ball game for the Marlins and a win against the New York Mets right around this time last year.
I mean, he did that almost identically last year.
Amazing that it's 1 year to the day that he has collided with center field walls.
I mean, Dane operates with, it seems like at points reckless abandon, but that's what you got to do in center field.
Here's Xavier Edwards with nobody on and 1 out. And now this is sent out towards the gap in right center, and Dane can't get that one. This is rolling on the track. He's at least got a triple. And he arrives at third, standing up with 1 away here in the bottom of the first.
I thought Myers was going to come up with back-to-back eye-popping plays, and I think if you ask him, he'll tell you he should have had it.
The man who hits it hardest for the Fish is Augustine Ramirez, infield in.
And that's grounded towards third, and that's a fair ball. It pops out of the glove of Suarez. Edwards scores, and it's 1-0 Miami.
Well, I think he probably took a peek at the plate, was thinking about going to the plate. He got the high chopper. I don't know if he would have gotten X. See his eyes? He's looking at Xavier, then can't find the handle.
Otto Lopez was in the original announced lineup yesterday. Apparently no issues with Lopez. The wrong lineup was sent out.
Runner takes off, 3-2 pitch, and Lopez swings, sends a fly ball fairly well hit, but playable in right, steers back, and on the edge of the warning track, he'll square up and make the catch. The side is retired. But the Marlins do get a run in the first inning.
Max Meyer working with a lead, and Meyer, the pitch count didn't run up to the level that you would expect it to when you strand the bases loaded in the first. He threw just 17 pitches.
He punches the 2-1 into left, coming on into a slide, making a nice grab is Griffin Conine.
When a hitter has a full swing but gets jammed, your tendency as an outfielder, one little step back, and that's all. Good reaction by Griffin to come get it on a ball hit, not all that sharply.
So Myers is aboard. What's going on with the baseball this afternoon? I mean, Suarez dropped a ball. Myers one popped in and out of his glove, and now Otto can't hold on to that. He's a sure-handed shortstop. P.J. Higgins was added to this roster because Jose Trevino hit the IL. 1-1 pitch. That one popped up in foul ground. First base side, Liam Hicks has some room, it looks like. Yes, he reaches over the dugout railing. He didn't need to leave his feet, but on the first base side, he makes the grab on the pop out, and there are 2 men gone. Friedl, his first time, bounced out to second. And the 1-0 from Meyer. That one ripped high in the air out to left, but right at Conine. He broke back. Now he drifts in with that tailing fly ball, and he makes the catch to end the inning. Max Meyer, he strands in air at first base.
Brett Lauder goes back to work. Casey 8 for 30. Casey, feeble swing on a changeup away, and he's down on strikes. 1 gone here in the second. First strikeout of the afternoon for Brett Lauder. Graham Pauley. Pauley's 4 for 21.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Down on strikes, Graham Pauley, and the inning comes to a close. So that does it.
Matt McLain leads off the third.
1-2 nasty slider was a foul tip right into Ramirez's glove. So that is a punch out for Max Meyer. He's got his second strikeout of the afternoon. There's 1 man gone in the top of the third. 1-2 from Meyer. Oh, that one in there for a called third strike. A fastball at 96 stayed on the knees, and De La Cruz was expecting different.
So Max Meyer got ahead of the hard-hitting Sal Stewart after striking out back-to-back hitters, and then went into nibble mode. So here's Suarez.
First pitch to Eugenio Suarez is a bouncer on 2 hops over to the third baseman Pauley. He tosses to first, and they get Suarez by plenty. So Max Meyer does get the out after the walk issued to Sal Stewart.
Edwards works a 1-out walk. Now Agustin Ramirez.
Rolled to short, straight up De La Cruz, short way to second, relay in time, double play.
And that's a 6-4-3 twin killing to end the third inning.
There's a base runner here to open the fourth. No, that'll bring up Spencer Steer, who flat out to shallow left. Nice sliding catch by Griffin Conine.
Grounded right side, it's got eyes, it leaks through, base hit. Soft single for Steer, low up to second.
So 1 away, still first and second, and double play is in order. And here is Higgins, who's making his 2026 debut. That's grounded to third. There's 1. There's 2. No! Hicks couldn't keep his foot on the bag. The throw by Edwards pulled him up the right field line. Should have been a routine inning-ending double play, but the throw from Edwards was not a good one.
So the inning stays alive. Friedl up.
And the 0-2 from Max is cut on and missed. 3 straight changeups. And Max Meyer gets out of the jam. He strands runners at first and third. A walk to open up the home fourth.
Here is Otto Lopez, who's ahead of the count. 1 ball and no strikes. 0 for 1 today. That is ripped through the left side. Friedl is going to have to chase it into the corner. Liam Hicks will stop at third. That ball was hit so hard, it just was skidding on the turf, and it went all the way to the wall past Friedl and left.
Hicks goes first to third. Otto at second.
Owen Casey standing in.
Here's a 1-0, and Casey swings and he lifts it in the air deep to left field. Friedl's going back. He's onto the warning track, nearing the wall, and he can't make the catch. 1 run will score. Getting the wave around third is Lopez. Here comes a throw. Ahead first dive, and he's saved. A 2-run double for Owen Casey. It's 3-0 Miami.
Put him on for Big Red. He'll drive him in. Opposite field power, just out of the reach of Friedl. Shows you what kind of pop Owen Casey has. Just a reach, a little swim move.
And this is kind of uncharted territory for Lauder, who again coming into this start through 8 career major league games was sporting a 1.3 ERA.
Casey goes to third, where he is stationed with 1 out for Javier Sanoja.
Good contact hitter. That one line into right center field. That gets in for a base hit. Casey will come in to score. Javier Sanoja with an RBI knock.
His offensive funks don't last very long. He's 2 for 2 today. That's his 6th run bat at the end of the year.
2 down, Sal Stewart.
I wonder if anybody in the front office, maybe the owner, maybe Bruce Sherman, has asked this question, said, how did we not end up with Sal Stewart? I mean, here's a kid that was in high school right down the road from the stadium.
Driven center field. Sanoja going way back, and that is gone. Another shot for Stewart, his 4th of the year. He's knocked in a run in every game in his hometown.
He knocks this one in front of his high school team. They are the current members of his high school team are here at the ballpark. They're all on their feet right now.
Went to Westminster Christian, same alma mater as Alex Rodriguez.
I really do hope that his friends and family have enjoyed watching him these last 4 days, but this guy's got to go. He's got to leave town. He's got to do it in a hurry, because this is becoming a real problem. Max Meyer is lifted after 5 innings. He's in line for a win.
Into the Marlins pen, Anthony Bender.
jammed him in a shallow fly ball to left. Conine dives and he trapped it. He loses his glove. He can't find the ball. He's running all over the place out there. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I hope the wrist or elbow's okay.
Oh man, he's kind of grabbing at his left knee a little bit and his left hamstring. Something looked a little off there when he dove.
Hard to speculate, but the way he was kind of hobbling, you're thinking maybe knee or hamstring or something like that.
And he is hobbled as soon as he gets up. But watch him go to the left side of his leg and
yeah,
straightened up in a hurry.
And he's grabbing the backside.
Well, he's coming out of this game. Check swing. He went around and the side is retired. Bender works around the error here in the sixth.
Owen Casey had a 2-run double. The big swing in this one his last time up.
This is drilled to right field. And that's going to bang off the wall. Casey's on his way to second. He's got a hustle. Here comes the throw. It's not in time. Second extra base hit of the day for Owen Casey.
One down. Casey's up to third base. Javier Sonoja, the batter.
That's a base hit for Javier Sonoja, who just drove in his second run of the day, and it's 5-1. 3 more hits this afternoon for Javier Sonoja, who came in batting .357, and his batting average now is well over 400.
That's going to be all for Red Lauder. Terry Francona gets the ball. Lauder leaves on the hook.
And now the difficult part of this Marlins lineup. Liam Hicks.
Back to Franco. To De La Cruz offline. McLean backs it up. Throw goes to third. They got a run down. And a tag.
I don't know how Matt McLean caught that ball, if that's why the Reds have an out.
That's an alert play. Good awareness by McLean and by Suarez.
That was a chaotic sequence.
And the bases are loaded with 1 out. And Owen Casey will be the batter. And he swings and he lines it into center field. The base hit. It's his 3rd hit of the game. That'll score a run. Lally puts up a stop sign at third. It's 6-1 now, and the merry-go-round is in motion.
Had his 3 consecutive line drive bolts off the bat of Owen Casey.
Bases full for Hernandez, who grounded out his first plate appearance. Line to short, caught by De La Cruz. Nice play.
The wingspan of De La Cruz is just amazing. A normal size shortstop, that's a hit into left field. I don't know how he caught that. That ball is hooking and diving down and away from De La Cruz.
Eugenio Suarez. He has walked and grounded out twice. His bat
0-1. That one turned on and smacked out to left. Heriberto got a great read on that, and he slides into a nice catch to take a double away from Gino Suarez.
We've had some nice plays made in the outfield here this afternoon, whether it be on the Cincinnati side or the Marlins side.
Augustine today, he's 1 for 4, does have an RBI.
Runners on second and third with 1 out.
Ground ball up the middle and a base hit for Augustine Ramirez. His 2nd hit of the day. The windmill is on at third. That'll plate 2 more, and it's 8-1.
And Augustine Ramirez adds 2 more RBIs. And with 2 men gone in the top of the 9th, 2 are in scoring position for Ellie De La Cruz, the Cincinnati shortstop.
Swing and a miss. The ball game is over. And after losing the first 2, the Marlins win the last 2. They're 8-5 on the season.
Such a strong offensive performance by the Marlins today, and pitching came to play.